So today we are going to talk about fair value gaps and order blocks. They have really worked for me and they can work for you too. So watch this video up the end so that you don't miss anything. Okay. So now I talked about order blocks and fair value gaps in the previous videos, so you can go and watch them. Okay, how to identify order blocks and fair value gap. Okay. So now here, for example, order blocks and fair value gaps, when combined together, they can really do magic. Okay, so now first of all, you have to first look for the market direction. Okay, always trade in the direction of the market. That's when this one will really work for you guys. Okay, so now for example, most of the times we always add fair value gap in order block, because most of the times the market will turn from the fair value gap or it will turn from an order block. Now for example, here we have this one. This one, it had broken the structure from right here. When it broke the structure right here, okay, can you see that? So when it breaks the structure from right there, then remember we have always to look at the lower high. You can see that this was the lower high it left. Okay, so now always we have to look for the fair value gap not above that lower high, because we're expecting the market not to reach there. Instead, it is changing the direction. So now here, when the market broke there, we always have to look for the order blocks and fair value gap. Okay, first here we have this order block right here. So now we had the order block right there. I taught this. You can go and watch videos in the description. So there was an order block right here, okay, that we would actually mark right here. Then and you say that, is there any order block, sorry, is there any fair value gap? You can see that there is nothing like a fair value gap here. Oh, sorry, there is a small one right here, and the market actually would use it. Sometimes the market uses it, or another times it uses it as liquidity, and it turns from there. Okay, so now you can see that that was the order block and the fair value gap that we had marked there, okay, on our chart. So now always when the market reaches on your order block or fair value gap, you can see the reactions the market can make. Always you can see some candlestick confirmations on your zones. Okay, you can see that it wanted to make for us like this candle confirmation, but it didn't. Then it came here and made this dodgy candle, because it wanted to make a hammer, but now it made a dodgy candle on our order block. So now after making that confirmation, someone would just risk here, and you enter a short position from right here. Okay, immediately after that candle being formed, you would just take your market and your risk according to the percentage that you really want. Okay, so now after there, we would also look at the break of market structure right here. Can you see the break of market structure? It is right here. And always after confirming the break, we always look at the lower high, because this is a bearish market. This was the lower high right there, and we always have to look for the zones that we shall trade from. Okay, so you always look for the unmitigated zones, those zones that have not been tested yet. Okay, so now you can see right there that we had unmitigated zones. Most of them, they were right here. This was a fair value gap. It was unmitigated, so someone would just use this zone the better. Okay, so now you can see that this was unmitigated zone right there. Okay, you can see the reaction that the market made after the market coming to your fair value gap. Okay, can you see this? Can you see that that actually it formed a dodgy candle? Always those candlestick confirmations, when they form on your zone, they always give us some good confirmations. So after that, someone would just take a short position, just a short position immediately after that confirmation. You can see how good it is. Okay, after that you can take the market up to there. That is a 1 2, like 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Okay, so now you can see that. Okay, so when you really combine this market, it can really give you very good nice trades. So now also for the bullish market, it is really the same thing. Okay, so now how does this fair value gap relate with order block? Always for the fair value gap to be valid, or for any order block to be valid, there must be a fair value gap. That one, it is a very good confirmation. Now, for example, you can see this is a fair value gap, but up here there is an order block. We always will look for the fair value gap that is mixed with an order block. Okay, so now, for example, this is a bullish market right here. Then when you see this bullish market, you can go with this bullish market right here. There is a fair value gap here. Okay, can you see that fair value gap? But below it there is an order block. Below it there is an order block right there. That's why I told you that actually for a fair value gap to be valid, there must be an order block. Oh, an order block to be valid, always we have to look at the fair value gap down it. Okay, so now you can see after the break of market structure right here, we came back and we saw this order block right here. That is an order block. But also before reaching on that order block, up here there was a fair value gap. Okay, so always they can use it as a liquidity, or they can really move from it. Okay, so now you can see this order block right here. It was right there, but up there was a fair value gap. So now, just know, it always works the best. And when you really look at it and you pay attention to it and you back test with almost 100 trades, you can see how perfect it is. So that is it, traders. If you have watched this video and you have enjoyed it, consider subscribing and give a like to this video.